Hi, welcome to Sewing and More with Joanne. Today I'm going to show you how I hem a pair of jeans. It is really easy, and when you're done you can barely tell they were ever hemmed because we are going to leave the original cuff on the bottom. So this pair of jeans, when I had my husband try them on, they needed hemmed. The fold that we put in them was 2.5 inches. So what we want to do is take that 2.5 inches and then deduct whatever this cuff is, and it's just under 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to take this just down to like 2 1/8, and it's better to leave a hair extra than not enough. So we're going to bring that down, and then we will pin this just a little bit to keep everything in place. You want to measure every once in a while to make sure that you've got the fold the same. See, it can vary quite a bit and you don't even really notice it. So we want to throw a few pins in there. Yep, this is a little high right here, I can tell. Alright, so now that you've got this where you want it, you're going to take these jeans over to your sewing machine, and you are going to sew right here on this side of the original cuff, on the thinner. You don't want to sew through all these layers. So you're just going to take a nice tight straight stitch and sew all the way around on both legs right there. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and I sewed right on the bottom edge of that seam right there, all the way around on both sides. Now you can see this is kind of going to be our end result. You'll see a little bit of a seam, but once I press that really good, you're barely going to see it. So now what we want to do is go ahead and cut. But we want to leave about a really fat 1/4 inch, I'd say. You want a nice lip left on there so that you can sew a zigzag, or if you have a serger, you can serge the edge. So basically all I do is go along here and chop this right off. This is so easy. Once I did this a couple of times, it just became second nature, and I've never hemmed a pair of jeans any other way, really. I mean, I might do it a little fancier once in a while, but that's about it. And here's what you're going to end up with. And then you're going to want to press the heck out of this after you've cut that off. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off. I'm going to cut the other side, and I'm going to, well, before you press it, you want to go and do a zigzag along this edge. And personally, I do it twice. And I'm going to go ahead and do the zigzag and show you how it looks. But we also want, and once we press this, I've got one more step that I do on these jeans to make them lay really, really nice. So hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, here's what it's going to look like once you have zigzagged over that bottom edge. And you really want to do that, because if you don't, you will have strings hanging out from your pants like crazy. And now that we've done that, we want to give this just a nice push on there, and I always push real hard on these edges to try to flatten them out and get them nice and smooth. And then what we're going to do is press, and you want to press that that seam right here up and under, and I will show you after we press them what we're going to do with that. I use a nice hot iron. It's not going to hurt that denim any. Give it some steam. That steam really helps these lay nice. And I do need to refill my machine. It's a little, my iron, it's a little low, but I think we got enough to finish this up. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, I always use a coordinating colored thread that matches the denim really well. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's a pretty good match. Now, you don't have to do this, but I find it really finishes it off nice. I'm going to take it back over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew right in that seam right there. You're never going to see it. The thread's going to match right in, but what that is going to do is it's going to permanently tack this edge that you have on the inside up and underneath, and it will not, you know, bend down when you wash them or move or anything. It'll also strengthen this seam that you just put in there. So let's go do that really quick. Okay, I went ahead and I top stitched right in that little seam. Like I said, you can't even see it. You'd have to really be analyzing these pants to see that the thread matched up really well. But what it did also is it snugged up that seam really nice, and it gave the seams you put in more durability. But you look at these pants, you cannot tell they were hemmed unless you were looking for it or knew. So there you have it. It is as easy as that, and I mean, it might take 15 minutes and these pants are hemmed and they look perfect. Thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to my channel. I make new videos all the time that have to do with sewing and a little bit of everything. Thanks a lot and have a great day.